from the 4. Warrick Dunn dancing, fighting his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. Warrick Dunn on the handoff with room. Dancing. Tyrone Williams giving chase. Dunn fumbled it. And the drop touchdown pass also to Kelly at the other end.
Hey.
This time they pitch it to Dunn. Trying to get it outside. Moves back inside. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons.
What a key block for Bob Christian.
Warrick Dunn with his second touchdown run of the day.
Vick lined up as a receiver. Warrick Dunn takes the snap, doesn't hand, swims upstream, 24 yards. Third quarter now, 3rd and 1 Atlanta. Warrick Dunn gets more than one. He's 59 and done. He could go all the way. Touchdown Falcons. They trail 17-14. But here comes Pittsburgh. Warrick Dunn, you know, especially on the turf, he can do this, Tom.
Well, he's got outstanding quickness. You see him, great patience right there into the hole. He waited for the block to develop, gets down to
22-15. Atlanta's defense should be doing this, but they're closed out. Warrick Dunn, 3-yard run. Falcons. Then, Sling Johnson. Slings it in the left flat. Warrick Dunn, 10-7. Falcons. They got very bad for Atlanta. Watch this. Even when they score, they don't score. Warrick Dunn, into the end zone. Vikings recover. Poor Dan Reeves, still stuck on 199 wins. Still looking for that 200th win. Been stuck on 199 for a while since his opening day win. Kurt Kittner is at quarterback today for Reeves. And Warrick Dunn swimming upfield. And
have to do things in another way. Here you see Warrick Dunn come in. This is a great job of blocking up front. Mark Semino is the guy getting blocked at the line of scrimmage. And
he's been looking for career win number 200 for a long time, ever since that opening day win in Dallas. Warrick Dunn starting at halfback. Well done. Swims upfield for 45 yards. Touchdown Dunn. Gets a huge hug from Mike Vick.
But Stewart could recover it in the end zone.
So now Atlanta has a chance, and it's Warrick. Well done with a stiff arm and a 41-yard.
Trying to throw some blocks for him, help him out.
That sets up Tommy. Warrick Dunn swimming out right then. What? Look at the athleticism there. 9-yard touchdown. Falcons to control, 21-6. Ensuing focus, Warrick Dunn. Getting it done for the undefeated Falcons.
Yeah, and I think you're starting to see Alex Gibbs' effect on this offensive line. The north-south running to get through the hole quick.
Later in the drive, Atlanta on the 2. Warrick Dunn finding the end zone a lot this year, Tom. 2-yard run, 7-0 Atlanta. 19-6. Here come the Falcons. Warrick Dunn swimming up off right guard. 16 yards, 19-13. But on the ensuing...
1st and 10 from the 12. Warrick Dunn inside the 5, still on his feet, and finally tackled by Ian Gold after a gain of 9.
On that opening series when he should have been tackled at the line of scrimmage and went for 47.
2nd and 10, and there is Dunn breaking one up the middle, and Warrick Dunn is off. And they're not going to catch him. Warrick Dunn, no flags down in the end zone for the touchdown. So we're about halfway. First down and showing blitz, and here's Warrick Dunn slicing his way off tackle, turning the corner and being ridden out of bounds by Antoine Edwards. Already in field goal range for Jay Feely. And Vick hands off to Dunn. Warrick Dunn again slices off, and he'll walk in for the touchdown. Great block that time by the fullback, Fred McCrary, who was signed in mid-December. Falcons have had a lot of fullback injuries, but Dunn goes in from 19. And as you said many times, that's why you earned the bye. Here's Warrick Dunn, changing direction, scoring. Flag is down.
I got to go see this again. He froze somebody in the secondary. I mean, he came to a complete stop, and then just right there, whoop, Antoine Edwards, ouch.
Agonizingly in pain. That would be a big loss to Pro Bowl linebacker Buffalo. Warrick Dunn. And here's Terrence McGee. What? He gets turned every which way but loose. 59-yard gain by Dunn, who's not done until he gets almost to the goal line, sets up a field goal. 17-16. On Culpepper and then rushing. They all run. Warrick Dunn, look at the hole. Look at him. Go upfield. 37 yards. 21-0. Wow. Falcons later in the fourth. Under 5 minutes to go. 2nd and 10. They give it to Warrick Dunn. 12-yard gain. Now we're 4 minutes to go. Keith Brooking makes a key interception for Atlanta. Now they're in business. And how about Warrick Dunn? On 1st and 20, he ran for 100. Those are impressive yards.
He's amazing. I was depressed in Tampa. When I was a Buccaneer, I was just really depressed. I was content with being in a house alone, doing nothing. I can cry by myself. You really don't realize how one incident can affect every aspect of your life.
January 7th, 1993.
Police arrived to find one of their own near death.
Warrick Dunn was 18 years old when his mother, Betty Dunn Smothers, a single mom and a police officer, was killed during a robbery attempt in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The assailants opened fire on her police car and she was killed instantly.
I got a phone call at 12:30 at night saying your mom was been shot. And I told him I knew right then and there that she wasn't coming home. Right then and there. So a police officer comes and picks me up, takes me to the hospital. So now I walk into a room, it's just police officers in this room. My mom laying on the table, passed away.
You saw your mother dead?
Saw my mom dead for the first 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm emotional, I'm crying, but at the same time I think about now I don't have 5 other people that I have to make sure that they're okay, my brothers and sisters. I can't go crazy, I can't lose it. So how can I make sure that we as a family stay together?
Dunn took on the responsibility of raising his 5 younger brothers and sisters. A year after he was drafted by the Buccaneers in 1997, he moved his 3 youngest siblings to Tampa. While he took care of them, Dunn didn't realize the toll it was taking on him.
I was so attached to them that I felt like they were my kids. Actually, I felt like I was the parent, so I became stern. I had to have rules and everything else. So I felt like I needed to break away from that, but I was also missing joy. I was also missing smiling, laughing.
A lot of the family moved in with him, and he had a lot of burden. And he felt like when he looked at work, it looked like the weight of the world was sitting on top of him.
I really didn't express myself to anybody. Some people thought, he's a little bit strange. He doesn't talk a lot. He's super quiet. I was holding so much inside that I didn't know how to express myself, who to express myself to.
Several years ago, how open would you have been in talking about this type of stuff?
I wouldn't have said anything. I think for me, it's taken me a long time to get to this point in my life, in my career. And it took me going to counseling to do that.
When he signed with Atlanta in 2002, a teammate encouraged Dunn to seek therapy. He began to see a psychologist in 2003.
But once I went, I didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't want anybody to know where I was going. I was parking in the back, going through private doors, because I really wanted to keep it a secret. I don't think at the time I was very proud of it, but I just think for myself, it took me going to a few sessions.
What do you think was the biggest thing that you learned and were able to improve upon with yourself?
I can't move forward in life and be successful down the road if I'm going to keep those burdens inside. I can't always be a codependent for my brothers and sisters. Those guys have to be able to stand on their own 2 feet, but also I have to live my life for me.
How does it feel to be talking about this so openly?
That I'm free. I'm free. I don't have the burden. I'm not ashamed of who I am, the things that I've been through. I can talk about my mother's death openly and the things that I experienced. And what's weird is that a couple weeks ago, I'm in a running backs room, and it's just the running backs in there. So I'm explaining in depth the night my mom lost her life, what happened, where I saw her on the table in the hospital. I'm really open, and that's the first time I've ever just sit down and told some guys that I play with my story.
If there ever was a poster child for somebody that got some help and it helped them, he'd be a good candidate, because he's always been a great guy, but he's always been to himself, very reserved, very low-key. much more open guy now, much more willing to help, much more outspoken, and just looks happier on the outside.
How do you think it's affected your performance on the field?
Well, I think people can see that I'm having more fun. It has helped me just being much more mature, understanding the game more, and just really being expressive. And for me, it's just growth. I just think I've grown a lot, and counseling has helped that.
White in motion. First and goal from the 10. The give to Dunn. Dunn heading for the end zone. And he is out of bounds just short. What a cutback by Warrick Dunn, you think? Eagles tied at 7. Falcons leading this game 7-0. On 3rd and 2. Dunn cuts it back inside. First down. And more. Finally tackled by Torrey Cox. Can run with Vic and Warrick Dunn. Here it is, Tom. And he sees what a hole up the middle.
As simple as it gets. He's reading the end. He's reading the interior.
Falcons trying to add to their 2-touchdown lead. 5.5 to go, second quarter. Shotgun and Warrick Dunn, whoop, to the outside. The whoop, makes a move far to the outside. 30 yards, but the Falcons miss a field goal, keeping Tampa Bay kind of in it. 14-3. Third quarter, Warrick Dunn, whoop, and then look at this. I'm up. I'm ready to run. I'm ready to run. That's the most important thing.
Not often that you see a player, Warrick Dunn's great, but right here he comes up, he somersaults, and which way do I go?
How does he have that spring in his legs after all these years?
Warrick Dunn, this is a beautiful thing. This is helping out your buddy.
What a great
You got
your blitz coming inside. They get LeVar out of position. The safety goes down. Here's your opportunities for tackles. Jason Bell has got to make that play. Filling in for the injured Jabril.
The business at the 4, setting up Warrick Dunn. Little guy, I'll run between tackles, no problem. 17-14.
Dunn. There you go. Touchdown. Warrick Dunn gets in. And run. Andre Carter with the tackle. Warrick Dunn gets outside. Flag on the play. Justin Griffith with a good block as Dunn gets down to the Washington 41.